July 30th, 2025. Just after sunrise in Russia's Far East, the Earth buckled with the force of history. A magnitude 8.8 earthquake struck off the coast of the Kamchatka Peninsula, one of the strongest quakes ever recorded. In a matter of seconds, it shook the land, triggered tsunami alerts across the Pacific, and sent millions scrambling for safety. But what actually happened? And what does it mean for people living along the Pacific Rim? Let's break it down. At exactly 6:47 a.m. local time, seismic sensors went wild. The quake hit just offshore, about 119 kilometers east-southeast of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, right where the Pacific Plate grinds beneath the North American Plate. This kind of collision is called a megathrust fault, the most dangerous type on Earth. It's the same kind that unleashed the 2011 Tohoku disaster in Japan and the infamous 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. Megathrust quakes are monsters. They unleash huge amounts of energy and frequently trigger tsunamis that can race across entire oceans. In this case, the Kamchatka quake was shallow, only about 20 kilometers deep, so the shaking was amplified, and the rupture stretched for hundreds of kilometers. That's why this event ties as the 6th strongest earthquake ever measured by science. Within minutes, tsunami alerts blasted out across the Pacific. In Japan, nearly 2 million people were told to evacuate. Alerts reached Hawaii, California, Chile, and even as far as New Zealand. In Russia's Severokurilsk, huge waves up to 13 feet high flooded the port town, tearing boats from their moorings and sweeping containers out to sea. The entire population, about 2,000 people, had to evacuate. Elsewhere, the tsunami's reach was staggering. In Japan, a 1.3-meter wave hit Kuji, while other cities saw up to 80 centimeters of flooding. In Hawaii, a 1.7-meter wave washed into Maui. Even California and Washington were put on alert as the tsunami energy circled the Pacific. For millions, it was a nerve-wracking day. Here's the incredible part. Despite the scale, there were almost no casualties from the quake itself or the tsunamis in Russia. Authorities acted quickly, evacuation plans worked, and people moved to safety. In Japan, 15 people were injured, mostly while evacuating, and one tragic death was reported. But considering the power of this quake, the outcome could have been so much worse. And as if that wasn't enough, the quake triggered something else. An eruption from Klyuchevskaya Sopka, the tallest volcano in the region. Cameras caught lava spilling down its slopes just hours after the shaking started. But the story doesn't end there. More than 100 aftershocks have already rattled the region, 3 of them at magnitude 6.0 or higher, with the strongest at 6.9. Scientists say aftershocks bigger than 7.5 are still possible, and these could continue for weeks, even months. So, what can you take away from this? If you live anywhere around the Pacific, events like this are a wake-up call. Know your evacuation routes, pay attention to warnings, practice earthquake and tsunami safety with your family. The Pacific Ring of Fire is alive and unpredictable. But if we stay ready, we can keep each other safe. If you found this explainer helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who lives in quake-prone regions. I'll keep bringing you deep dives on the world's most important news right here. Stay safe, stay smart.